All right, so let's get started talking about how this is going to impact. So first, we have trade expands, and just like in the Trans-Saharan trade route, as trade expands, we're going to see the expansion of both cities and empires. So we've got some huge new cities that are going to expand because of the expansion of these trade routes. Okay, so we've got Malacca, Calicut, Kilwa, Aden. These are all emerging along this East African section, along the coast of the Arabian Peninsula, as well as throughout South Asia and these island areas of Southeast Asia. And we also have a continued growth of Eastern Asian in Guangzhou and other areas like that. And again, unlike the Trans-Saharan trade route, which was across land, so we saw cities in the middle of continents, these growing cities are going to be along the coast because this is a maritime or ocean trade route. We're also going to see that, especially because the people connected by the Indian Ocean represent such a diverse range of empires, cultures, and ideas, that these cities become cosmopolitan, meaning they have people from all over. If you were in East Asia at this time, you would have merchants from the Arabian Peninsula, merchants from South Asia, merchants from Southeast Asia, merchants from East Asia. And all of these people would be interacting with the people of East Africa, spreading ideas, spreading culture, spreading innovations and knowledge. So we've got here this primary source text from South Asia. It says the king of Calcut collects taxes on all imports and exports and issues licenses to traders to operate. So we see as trade expands, these cities and empires expand because they are taxing goods, the same as we saw in goods such as pepper, cardamom, textiles, and precious stones pass through the port. The city is bustling with merchants from Arabia, Persia, China, and Southeast Asia, and it is known for its fair governance and wealth. Wealth they are getting because of what they're taxing in trade. Now, the other part that's important here is this fair governance. Merchants will not go, at least not in large numbers, to an empire that is seen as unfair or unsafe. If you want trade, you have to be fair. You have to be creating a safe environment. We saw that in Mali. We see it again here, and specifically in this text it's showing in South Asia. So we've got these growth of states and empires are growing. And they're growing because of wealth and because they are taxing trade. One of the areas is Srivijaya, which we will learn more about. They are located on this very important strait. You basically have to go between these two islands to get into the rest of the area. And because of that, they control it. They can ask whatever they want, be that monetary or other sort of political favors. We also have Zanzibar in the Swahili coast. So along here, okay, Zanzibar, it's going to become very, very wealthy and very, very important along with other Swahili city-states on the east coast of Africa. And the Sultanate of Malacca is also going to be extremely important. Again, you can see here, it controls this important strait. Here is another primary source we can look at together. Whoever is Lord of Malacca has his hand on the throat of Venice. Venice is a city in Italy. It is going to be a huge trading city in Europe, but because Europe is not as powerful in this time period, they are reliant on what these other states and empires will allow them to do. So if a merchant from Venice wants to trade, they have to pay these taxes, which means it's going to increase the price of all of these luxury goods for all of the Europeans. Malacca is the key to all the trading between the East and the West. The town collects custom duties. Duties is a fancy word for taxes from every ship that comes that's like northern Africa and southern Spain, Chinese, Bengali, Javanese, all pay to sell or buy here. Without Malacca, the merchants cannot easily trade between the Indian Ocean and the South China Sea. So we know that this place is especially important, and because it's important, they can charge more in taxes and they become very wealthy because of that. All right, y'all, we're going to talk about technology and innovation next. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.